William, are you there? I think we have a technical issue. Let's see.
Okay, there's Melina. There we go. Can you ladies hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. That was very interesting. I had to restart the page. It was like you all man, there's just so much energy here tonight. So I want to introduce everybody this evening to Elena Avizopoulos, Lorraine O'Connell, and Melina Ion, who's actually live at the Crop Circle in Ammersee, Germany, which is just west of Munich, about 47 kilometers. And so we're going to be doing a Q&A this evening, but we're also going to be having Elena walk us through this Crop Circle and show us some of the features and the wonders that are, and get her to share some of her experience actually being at the Crop Circle. This is my first time knowing somebody who's directly experiencing a Crop Circle in person. So this is a really wonderful time. When I was first told about the Crop Circle on Monday, what was really fascinating is that I started getting downloads about what the meaning of it was almost right away. And I know that Elena and Lorraine did as well. And I know Melina's had some fascinating experiences too. So first, ladies, would you please introduce yourself, Lorraine?
Yeah, I think there might be some difficulties with my side for some on interstellar communications. The audio is not working. So, but I can tell you a bit about myself. So myself and Elena with interstellar communications, and we do channel multidimensional beings. I've been channeling. There's sound there coming through, but recently I've been channeling. It is a Galactic Federation of Light, and I've been doing those like 4 times a week, channeling those beings, and they're bringing in information every time I channel, they bring something new in.
Yes, it is. That's wonderful. So have you picked up anything from this event, Lorraine? Have you anything come to you from this evening? What sort of information or vibration have you picked up from it?
I was getting when I saw the itself peace, I heard the word peace that came through, and I actually saw 4 Arcturians and 2, I would say, grays. I would say in my fields, when I tuned into who created this, I was seeing 4 Arcturians and 2 grays. There probably could be more, but that's the one that came forward for me.
Wow, that's amazing. Amazing. Elena, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what your first impressions of the Crop Circle have been for you?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. So I'm Elena, and together with Lorraine, we work on this site in YouTube and Facebook, Interstellar Communications. I mostly do healing work, and I show some healing modalities in our YouTube channel, and I do distance healing as well. And from this Crop Circle, the first impression I got like earlier today had to do with empowerment. And the first thing I got today by looking at it has to do with meditation. So I saw them telling me how can someone use it to get into a very deep meditative state, how to stop inner dialogue completely by using this symbol. So
Wow, that's wonderful. And is there a specific way that they can use the symbol in a meditation?
yes, so they said to concentrate on the inner circles and put the attention there, and then the rest of the shape will keep the inner dialogue away. So it will be helpful for whomever is struggling to stop the inner voice. If you concentrate on the circles and allow the side view to go into the other shapes, this will keep away the inner voice.
Wonderful. Now, Melina, you are there on site. You are like there in the flesh, standing in the middle of a real live crop circle. That's a wonderful thing. Is there any way you could maybe hold your phone up a bit and kind of show people what's around you? Now, can you describe for us what's that like? What's it like there?
Hello, everybody. I will just put my phone as highest as I can.
Now, Melina is trying to remain somewhat quiet because there's actually people there that are meditating and are hooked up to EEGs because they're measuring the difference in the energy there as how the physical brain responds. So there's somebody there actually doing that right now. So that's another fascinating event going on there. But
And
this thing is
we will
created
talk.
with such phenomenal precision. Can you describe the sensation you have there, Melina?
Yes, first of all, I haven't heard anything that the other two say. I don't know why, but there must be a reason for this, which is cool because you will get. I'm not um, anyway influenced by what the others said. So I'm walking here barefoot. If you see, it's early in the morning, 5:30, and. I was very, very excited when I first hear about this place. It was I saw it on face. I saw it on Facebook. Um, the girl who is here, the lady who is here measuring, posted the pictures on Monday on Monday, but I saw them on Tuesday morning, and the moment I saw them, I said, "Oh, I have to go there. I want to go there." Wow, I was so excited, and everything happens for a reason, and there were so many synchronicities from the moment I decided to come here. So I didn't know the place is not far away from where I live, and I was so excited when I first came. I came with my father. He wanted to come too. He's 83 and he has some health issues. And he was all the day, during the day, he was really very tired and not able to stand. But when I told him to come here, he was so interested and he walked around here for like, I don't know, at least 500 meters. And he was really very cool and normal. So I really think this is a wonderful place. It is something about this place. And another coincidence, I decided to come here today at 5:30 in the morning on Saturday. Who is doing this? And I had the surprise this morning that Ruth Cryer, who posted this and who is here measuring now, she decided on the same day, the same thing with other two, but we didn't talk to each other. So it has to be something today, right in this moment. This is the right moment. So as you can feel in my my voice, I'm really very, very excited. I'm walking here barefoot. It's wet on the ground. Um, and in the circle where people are meditating, I found two places where it was warm, even if nobody was there before. this morning, right now, I can. I was a little bit amazed to feel this. It was exactly the spot that I chose unconsciously the other days I was here. So and it was a dog here. The second day I came, that this is the third time when I'm coming here. It was a dog, and the dog sat also on that place. Yeah, so I know that dogs are have this talent to find the place with the highest energy. So I suppose it has to be this reason. I don't know, but
Let me.
yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm gonna take myself off the screen for a moment, and
I'm not hearing you anymore,
No,
but it's
William is
okay.
just showing the crop circle.
You can type.
that's the actual crop circle that Melina is at right now, and she's going to go around, and there's some very fascinating features. If you look along the sides behind Melina, you can see how precisely and exactly that has been marked. That
Let
is
me show
so
you this.
precisely that an exact line. Can you see any deviation in that, Melina? Like every line that you see there is perfectly perfect, isn't it?
I'm
Wow.
checking now. This is the way that people made. You can see the difference just to reach the center. You see, so that they can come. I think because it's different than the rest. Yeah, I'm
Wow.
checking. I'm checking. I can see now if I will show you like this. I think these are. Oh, let me bring you here. Here, this is a cool place. Here, this is a triangle. Take a look at this triangle. How the crop is uh, the
Wow.
directions. The
The
this
way
is
they're all like in different directions
yes
underlaid each other.
yes
It's amazing.
yes. Here, for example, they are. This is on top. So first with this is on top of this one, and this is a perfect triangle, and like a circle in the middle. If you can see it.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing how they seem to be just now they don't look like they're broken. They just look like they're bent. Is that true?
They are just bent. They are not broken. They are just
Amazing.
bent. They are just bent, and I have the impression that so when I came here first time, it was evening, uh, and and in the moment I arrived to this circle, I had the feeling I need to take off my shoes, and it's now I have the feeling this is like a carpet I'm walking. Look at this one. This is a dot. Look at this one.
Wow.
The directions. How are the how the crop is on the bottom.
Incredible.
And
Incredible.
here, this one here, the lines here.
How is that possible? That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, what is this red tape here? This red and white tape?
This is from the owner of this crop. He was kindly enough to help us to identify and to follow this if we get lost, so that we know how to get out of here to go back to the car. Because it's
Wow.
difficult. It's like a labyrinth, and you can lose the orientation.
Wonderful. That is so amazing. What is the energy like there for you at this moment? Like, what do you feel energetically?
Let me just. I'm very high. I feel. I'm really very happy. I'm no longer nervous because of being live or something. I'm I'm centered, and I feel inner peace. I feel inner peace. I feel like I'm in the right place.
Amazing.
And now, exactly now, when I'm talking to you, the in my feet, this so they are hot. They are turning hot. I'm on the bottom. Wait, look here.
Wow.
I feel. Okay. It's very warm. It's very warm from the ground.
So somebody's asking a question, Melina. They're asking, is the energy different in other areas of the crop circle?
I will move around. I didn't move so much. I came directly to the center. Oh, it's so pleasant warm here.
Awesome.
I move around, uh, but now I'm moving against the the way of the crop. Uh, so no, it's not the right way. I will go in the other way. Anyway, there are some people
Okay.
sleeping there.
And
So
while you're
now I'm
going
moving.
and while you're
Yes.
going in that direction, I want to let's start getting into some of the questions and answers that come up, because I know I got a big download about what this E is and what it means, and how we can utilize it. As Elena said earlier, she said this is a symbol for people to be able to meditate on, and this is with good reason, because the information I was giving correlates to why would you want to meditate on a symbol like this, and it's important to understand. Um, um, let's see. Melina, I'm gonna take you off screen right now just so I can show this picture, okay? But you'll still be there. I'll bring you back on in a couple minutes. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay. I'm not sure if I will hear you. So when you come back with your image, then I hear you. I cannot hear the others. Okay.
Okay, it should only be a couple minutes, hon.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bring this down, and I'm gonna put the image of the crop circle up on screen. So now, if you look carefully at that symbol, what I was told is it is an example of the inner planets of our solar system, and that Earth is now being engulfed by a massive toroidal field. And for those of you that don't know what a toroidal field is, I've got a couple examples that I want to show you so you begin to understand how this symbol will actually be effective in your meditation, because this is something that a toroidal field is something every human body emanates. Every body's got an electromagnetic field that's in a toroidal in nature, like a torus. And we're going to show you that torus in just a moment. I'm going to hide that. Now, that image that I just showed you is right now, it is simply in, it is simply in 2 dimensions. And we want to show you what it looks like 3-dimensionally. Let's see how I can do this here. I'm just trying to, there we go. Okay, so here is the active toroidal field around the Earth, what it looks like. So this is what a toroidal field around the Earth looks like. Now that, if you see that crop circle on the ground is 2 dimensions, this is seeing it in 3 dimensions. And it's not the only way it works. The dynamic movement of this toroidal field works like this. That's the way it looks when it's stationary. And this is the way it looks when it's in motion. So you can watch as that toroidal energy reverses and moves dynamically inside and outside of itself. And you can see the pattern of the crop circle in this particular image as it moves. You can see the pattern emerge and then changes. So if you imagine that crop circle and stretching it out, that represents a coherent field around the human body. And so you're contemplating an energy that's complete and coherent. This is the coherent field around the world the entire world is enveloped in this toroidal field now, highly charged energy right now. And this is all part of the Ascension transformation that's occurring in time-space right now. The way that toroidal field looks around the human body is like this. So that's the way a toroidal field works around the body. And as you can see, there's Metatron's cube at the bottom. Some in the Kabbalah will recognize that symbol as well, as above, so below. And so we are in this process now where we are actually beginning the process of moving from third dimensional energy into fourth and fifth dimensional energies. And the energy being bombarded into the solar system is producing this field around the planet. A lot of these energies come from the galactic center. But let's take a look at, let's see what kind of information these beings have to offer us directly. And Lorraine, I would love for you to tap into them and see what you could bring up. And I'll put Melina back up in the bottom corner, but please share what you can pick up and feel from these beings right now. We'll all in turn offer our own information as we receive it, because different mediums receive different aspects of the information. So it'll be very fun to see that.
All right, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, so I'm just going to tap in to the beings that created the crop circle. I'm getting, it's like they're saying this is divine awareness and guidance for the planet. So then when I tapped in, I thought it was the Octarians, but I'm feeling it's much bigger. There's much more beings involved in creating this crop circle. That's what I felt. It's on a larger scale. And what else? I see something else. And it's to do with the ascension. Times are changing. The earth is changing, and we are evolving with the earth.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. I get a big yes for that. And it certainly fits in with the download I've been getting. This is the time we're seeing tectonic activities going to begin to increase on the planet. That is the movement of the physical earth, the crust of the earth are going to be moving more because the toroidal field is really intense, and it's going to make some changes to recalibrate or rebalance human collective unconsciousness on this planet. That's the information they've been giving me. This is time to rebalance and prepare ourselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually for this transition from exclusive third dimensional reality to fourth and fifth dimensional reality. They also tell me it's really important that we learn to go within and connect to that divine source inside ourselves to begin to articulate its expression through ourselves individually. And so that's going to be really exciting. If we can all get into that process collectively as a species, we can really change things. I think it's going to be really exciting. And I want to thank Melina because she's going through and showing. Look at the intricacy of that. It's just mindset that can be put in a field of wheat that easily. We're also going to be taking, just for everybody out who's watching right now, we will take questions and answers. If you've got questions about the crop circle, we are also here to act as mediums to provide answers to your questions. I have a list of questions that I want to ask as well that I think will be useful. But let's go to the audience, and then maybe Elena will bring the first question through. Let's see what we got here. Norma's asking, who made these crop circles? Now, I want to say something. About 3 weeks ago, we had a UFO show up outside of our building, about 5 or 7 blocks away, up in the air. And my wife, Norma, noticed it in the middle of the night, and she called me and said, "William, look out the window." And I looked out the window. And this was 3 weeks ago. And out above one of the buildings, there was a vessel that was about the size of a square city block, like a square city block in Toronto, literally just sitting in the air. It was not doing anything. It was not going anywhere. It was just sitting there. I opened up all of the screens on all the windows to listen. There was not a sound outside, not the sound of a helicopter, not the sound of an aircraft. It was just hovering there. And then we watched it for about 10 minutes, and suddenly it glided through the air without a sound on a perfect plane and stopped after, I guess, going about a few hundred yards, and then hovered there again. And then a few minutes later, it went back, stopped, and then went off to the east and disappeared in the east. And when I was asked who this was, I got that it was the Adamic race, and that the individual in charge of that particular craft was a being by the name of Adama, and that he and his group are responsible for the physical manifestation of the crop circle. They told me the way they manifested that, the way they do that is they use light. They use light to reorganize the consciousness in those stalks, and that light directs, according to their intention, all these stalks to lie down and organize and form the pattern they precisely impress onto the consciousness of that field. They're impressing a vibrational consciousness with light onto the field to produce those intricate designs at that level of precision. Only light, as you know, with lasers are very precise, which is why they use light. But we'll take any of your questions and answer and do the best we can to answer them. So let's see what else we have. I don't know. The questions are moving slow. Now they're moving a little faster here. A question from.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So you have a question, and then I have some on my side I can answer. Ask after you do.
Awesome. Question from Angie: why does it require so many beings to make a crop circle? How many different crafts are involved? They say to me that in this case there was only one craft, but there were different tones and frequencies of light used to inject the idea into the consciousness of those stalks of what you call plants to organize themselves into that pattern. It was just the one craft for this event. They're saying there are times where they've used multiple craft for much larger ones to communicate a bigger message. But in this case, it was strictly to let us know that this toroidal field is now enveloping Earth from the galactic centers, all this energy coming in. You got a question there, Lorraine?
I think that was when you the Angie one, which I had as well. But there is somebody had said Galactic Federation. They wanted to know. Maybe I'm presuming it's just Galactic Federation. So maybe I didn't say Galactic Federation at the start. I said Federation of Light, maybe.
Yep.
I'm not sure about that question, but if they can repost it and just let us know what they're saying. I wasn't quite sure about that. But
Okay.
go ahead.
The question I'm seeing is sentience of meridian galactic centers. This crop circle is a center of vibration that is correlation to our resetting algorithms, framing patterns, which is giving self-awareness and consciousness. That's a good interpretation, actually, because it certainly represents what the effect of a toroidal field is on matter. Because a toroidal field a torus is highly organized energy, very sophisticated, but simple and highly organized energy. So I would agree with that. That's a great. Thank you for that, Unified. There are also questions posted on Facebook. Do either of you have access to Facebook right now?
With my phone, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna. If you can access Facebook, because for some reason, yes. Hang on. Let me bring Melina back on. She's back with us. Where are you, Melina? There you are. Where are you? I'm just gonna find where you are. There you are. So we're just accessing the Facebook interface now. Wow, look at
Yes,
that
I wanted
sunrise.
to.
That is absolutely
Yes,
stunning, Melina.
that's why
That
I
you get.
wanted to bring you to see this, and I wanted to share something. You asked me about how I feel in different places. Well, when I walk, it's cold, but in the moment I stay, no matter where I stay, suddenly my feet are turning very warm, almost hot, and I can feel when I keep my left hand to the bottom, to the ground, I can feel in my left hand how some kind of tingling, also warm, and it's before it came up to my neck. So I felt it here on the left side. So uh, I can when I stand, I can feel something. When I'm walking, it's just I have a very um, pleasant state, and quiet, um, at a peaceful state. Yeah.
Melina, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you hear me,
Yes.
Melina?
Yes.
Yes, she can hear you.
Okay. Is the energy different in different areas in the
Yes,
crop circle?
that was what I wanted to tell you. No, I don't feel different in different places. So in the moment I stay, it's not different. So um, I have somebody here that I found this morning meditating when I arrive. I don't know your name. I don't know you, but yeah,
Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hi, Thomas.
he
Good to
just
meet you.
Thomas from Munich. Where are you from?
we are from different places,
Yeah.
but you can
Which country are they?
uh,
No.
Toronto
Ah, in Toronto
and
now.
Greece.
So
Yes.
I'm talking now to Toronto and Greece.
And everybody who's live on YouTube
Ah,
now, and
okay.
all others all over the world that
All over the
will
world.
watch this
Yeah.
afterwards.
So what was the message?
Uh,
Did you get a
I
message
don't
already?
know because I couldn't hear, but you will see it on
Ah,
YouTube.
you cannot hear.
I couldn't hear the others.
Ah,
Yes. Do you
okay.
have a specific question
No.
for this place
No.
or for how you feel? Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, we do have more questions here. We got
We
a
are
question from
taking
a question
questions.
from
If you
An-
have
Ah,
questions,
okay.
yes, let me know.
we got a que- we got a question from Angie right now. Can we ask them if they will do crop circles in the United States? I actually read that question a minute ago, and they immediately said to me they will not be doing crop circles in the United States with the existing hostilities there. They will not be doing crop circles in the United States with the existing hostilities there. Um, why do they use wheat fields as a medium for these messages? That's another great question. What do you get for that, Lorraine?
Let's see. What do I get? Why? I'm getting something like it's easy for their frequency light to change directions on the crop.
Yeah,
So I keep
that's
getting frequency light shift, right? That's what I was getting, frequency light.
yeah. I got that that particular material, these particular crops are much more responsive to the light frequencies that they use to induce the change in that matter. So that's really pretty much the same thing. I just got a fancier brain full of knowledge. Differently.
I also get on this that the specific fields cannot be injured by their light codes that they're sending.
Wow, that's amazing. So they're mindful of not harming the consciousness. That's really cool. That's really cool.
I have
Tina's
a
asking,
question.
is that Adama, the Telios of Mount Shasta? Yes, Tina, it is. Again, this last 3 weeks has been my first conscious encounters with being from other physical time space realities. With the UFO that happened a few weeks ago, and now this crop circle. So they're also saying there's going to be a lot more of this happening planet-wide, with the exception of the United States, where the existing hostilities are just not conducive to their being able to work in that environment. They also have concerns about the type of electromagnetic energy that is being predominantly used over the continental United States. It interferes with some of their technology. Very interesting.
William, sorry for interrupting you. The sun is rising now. I
Wow.
feel like going into the circle and do this breathing exercise and sending love to amplify it. Can you assist me, please? Can we just
Absolutely.
all go? I'm going now to the middle, and
Yeah,
if you can, if you can do this, or I will just breathe and. Uh, Sorry, I'm just guided probably to do this. I'm going into the middle, okay? So I will ask you all to do the same, to breathe with me and
wow.
send love. So here,
Um,
right now into the
well,
middle.
so she's got to be very quiet now, because they're doing meditations, and they're measuring the brain waves of people that are meditating in there, and seeing if the energy in the brain waves are affected differently by the energy of the crop circle. These are people that have been measured in different circumstances, so they're familiar with their brainwave patterns. So they're going to actually measure now: is there something different energetically that happens in their consciousness, and they're going to be able to measure that with the brainwave equipment they got going on there, which is really fascinating. That we're able to have the opportunity to do this in such a short time frame. Angela's asking, did the same craft do the crop circle in the crop field near Stonehenge last week? I get an immediate no, that it's another group that is here also.
So
But they come with the same basic purpose, that of informing humanity, both physically and energetically, of the need to raise our consciousness. We need to raise our consciousness individually and as a collective. They kind of go together. It's like we all rise up together, or it gets harder.
okay,
William, I have a question.
can we
Um,
can we
oh,
please? So sorry, can we please breathe together for a moment to amplify the
Absolutely.
vibration? Okay.
Okay, so
So
we're just all gonna settle in. Everybody just take a deep breath and let their body settle into the present moment. And we're gonna tap into the energy with Melina right now and the space around her. And with your breath, draw the energy from that space time into your body. And we're going to do this with 3 slow, deep breaths, drawing that energy from that space time into your body where you are now. So take a long, slow, deep breath, and imagine you can pull the energy from there to where you are right now in your physical body. And hold the energy in your body for a minute. And then gently release it into the space around your body. And then take another slow, deep breath, drawing the energy from there into your space time. drawing all the energy to you. And as you exhale, expand that energy into the space around your body. And then one more time, breathing in the energy from that space-time into the space-time of your body. And as you exhale, exhale that energy into the space around your body. One more time now. Then exhale that energy into the space-time around your body and just feel the vibrational change in the energy around your body. Just feel that. Drawing in the energy of the rising sun. Drawing in the energy of the earth. Drawing the vibration imparted to humanity in this space-time. And just allow that energy to do what it needs to do in the space of your body and in the space around your body. Now we're getting lots more questions coming in. I've got.
It was very important in that moment to do this. I just felt this, and I uh, I needed to tell you and stop you. Now the sun is up.
I'm grateful you did that because I certainly feel a deep grounding that's happened for me here in the space-time around my body. And I'm. What did you get from that, Elena and Lorraine?
I have some beings here that they would like to speak through me. I'm not sure I can recognize them. They might be tall whites, but might not. I'm not sure. I think that's how they look like. They want to say that they create, the idea of creating crop circles is coming from a collaboration of different kinds. And they bring light codes available to human beings to be activated when the right time is there. And for each person that is getting connected with the specific crop circle that we are right now at, there is an activation that has to do with a deep understanding of the chemistry of humans and Earth and universe. So it has to do with the structure of how the atoms are created and can be magnified as abilities, as attributes to bigger layers, if that makes any sense.
What I'm hearing you say is basically we are receiving energy that will allow us to articulate a change in atoms that allows us to increase our awareness or our energy. Is that correct?
They say it will allow us to perceive the attributes of our atoms and the atoms of the universe, like in yeah, they say again and again it has to do with perception and enhanced perception, being able to be aware of things that we cannot understand, but fully embodied.
Wow. That's amazing. That's exciting. So it's basically helping us to open up our perception as individuals, as a species, as a planet.
Yes.
Wonderful. I can live with that. I can live with having my perception expanded. Go ahead.
It's knowledge that they plant on Earth with these crop circles. And it's now available every time they create that. They also plant this knowledge in the atmosphere of Earth, and it's now available for everyone to receive it.
Wow. That makes perfect sense. I get a strong resonance with that we can actually move our awareness into the space above us and receive that from there as well as energy. That's really cool.
Yes.
Let's see. I think we got more questions coming up here.
Until you get a question, it's funny that you say this with several art of I don't know, several civilizations or maybe art of aliens, or I don't know, several entities, because when I came here yesterday, I took my pendulum with me and I asked questions. And one of the questions from the people who were here was if this circle or this place has been made by one, or only one, or several. And the answer was there are many involved, more involved. So this is what you are also confirming now. Thank you, Helena.
Wonderful.
But the spaceship, as William said, it was just one. But the idea is coming from another place.
Yeah. There are a lot of different beings involved in this, and there's not just one species. There's a number of different species of beings from many different star systems converging here. From a physical perspective, not to mention the interdimensional ones that are here. Go ahead, Lorraine.
I just wanted to say something. So when I was doing that meditation, when I was breathing in, like from the sun, right there, from that area. But as I was breathing out and putting around my field, I kept getting a vision of the galaxy, and seeing the galaxy. So there's a galaxy beings were involved in helping create this. That's what you were saying. So that was in. Yeah.
Well, you do a lot of work with the Galactic Federation. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, Lorraine, were you able to get some of the questions? Apparently, there's questions being posted on soul evolution that we're not getting. I'm not getting.
About a few, but I could do another one here. Let's see. I'll go back up. Is the energy different? Got that one. Any reason why that location was chosen? Why was it chosen?
I got that it was the least energetically interfered with place, that the vibrational information they could impart there would not be watered down by the electromagnetic frequencies in the space around it. So the intensity of the message and the information there will be retained much longer than it would be if it were placed in an area center where there's more electromagnetic interference.
Okay, I'll do another one here.
It's only nature. I don't see any electricity or something, sign of civilization from this place. I don't see anything. It's just nature.
Cool.
And the water and the lake, the Ammersee, the lake, it's very close, and there is also a stream here close to the place,
It is.
and many trees. Yeah.
It astounds me the level of precision, even from the ground level, that how clear and orderly like everything is done. I mean, it must be a real thrilling experience to actually be there.
So William, Ava was just asking, is this in Toronto, William? Where did you see it? So, maybe I also live in TO, so I don't know. Talking about
the Adamic ship that came by Toronto was over near the closest intersection would be Bloor and Jarvis Street is where we live. So it would have probably been somewhere over Wellesley, a street called Wellesley and Parliament in Toronto. And yeah, it was over Toronto, the city of Toronto. We did try to take pictures of it with our phones and stuff, but it was too dark at night, and all I could get was like this little tiny blurred light. And this cigar-shaped vehicle had red, yellow, blue, green lights on it, but the lighting wasn't sufficient. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have had the Canon charged up then, but it's something I get to live with in my consciousness. Yes, I'm just seeing if there's any questions here. This has been amazing. I'm grateful.
I have a question too. How long in 2 weeks this crop will be put down or collected? How will this influence in anyhow? Because I don't have the feeling. I think the energy will still stay here, but many people are want to come now because they are afraid that the energy will go away if the crop will be put down.
No, yeah, that's a great question. And what they're just saying to me now is the energy is not just on the surface. The energy goes down about 150 feet down into the earth. It will continue to radiate up for a period of time. They say several weeks. The energy will continue. Even if they were to cut all that down, the energy matrix that's there will continue to radiate up and out and down and in for the next number of weeks. So it's going to be really fascinating. Cool.
Thank you. That was also my feeling that it's energy. It won't go away if they cut something. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh yeah, question. What exactly is the type of EMF over the United States that is so hostile? Or is it the energy of the people or government? That is what is hostile. It's the emotional energy in the United States that's hostile, more than 5G. 5G, they say they have no problem with 5G. The emotional energy within the continental United States is very imbalanced and erratic right now. And it's been destabilizing the emotional field of the collective unconsciousness of humanity. And this is going to help balance it out. Like we're bringing energy to bring stability. That's what a torus does. A highly functioning torus field produces very stable energy. And that's why this is coming in, especially at this time. So thank you for asking that question, SJK. Let me ask you a couple of questions. Maybe you girls have answers to these. Is there a message? Is there a message for humanity? For all of us? Is there a message for all of us from these particular beings with this particular energy?
So who's going first?
I have a message too.
So I was going to say what I was getting.
Oh,
All right, will I say something? I was getting,
yes, of course you
um,
can.
yeah. So they were saying that this is a very important time, that the earth and also humanity is ascending over the next few months is very important. And there is going to be more, obviously, crop circles being showing with these symbols, seeing these symbols. And for sometimes you might look at this symbol and not necessarily know what it means, but your soul will know what it means. I was getting, so
I love that.
yeah, just be aware.
That's beautiful. That's interesting because another question came up saying, will they ever consider expanding to other mediums for these messages so to be able to communicate with us more? Perhaps even leaving signs on a personal level as a form of personal contact. Angie, I get a big yes for that. That this is there'll be more people. More people are coming online and are being awakened. This time of ascension means a lot of people's the governors on people's soul, where their identification with being just a physical body and a physical mind, a separate personality, those walls and barriers have been broken down as our spiritual senses of clairvoyance and clairaudience and clairsentience and claircognizance are literally being energetically opened up. So many more people, many millions of people are going to be awakening to information beyond the framework of what they think they know. This is what's coming through. This is we're breaking out of the old paradigm of the limited self. Very fascinating.
And we're seeing these symbols obviously as crop circles, but we're going to receive them at nighttime too, or in a meditative state. These symbols will appear.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm getting on this question that they are going to approach several individuals and give them some messages to them, like Lorraine said, to their soul. So it's nothing maybe that they will understand with their brain. And you can understand when this is happening, when you feel the electricity in the room that you are in to increase, and you feel it in your hair, then you know it's them. I never had that, but that's what I got.
Well, that's a new way to get a haircut.
Very interesting because I heard here from somebody else, somebody who I found here the first day. He said his daughter had his hair like I have now open, and they were in the circle in the middle, and the hair of the daughter came up like this, so stand up. So it's about it. I was not there. It was just somebody telling me that's a German. Um, the message when you put that question, when you ask that question, the message for humanity. I I was here. I came to this place, and the message that I received when you asked the question, it was be love, and then my heart suddenly started to beat quite strong, and I was just hearing what you are saying, what Lorraine was telling, and then I realized I looked where I am, and if you see this place here, there are this just a few I don't know how you call them, a few pieces here standing, and around them there is like uh, like uh, a circle or something, but I see this that be love and stand here, even if around you it's going like in a circle, or if stand in love even if around it's not so maybe quiet, so just stay aligned. So that's my message.
I love to paraphrase that and say what I heard you say is that during this time of huge transition on this planet, it's important we learn to become centered in the vibration of love within ourselves and to be that love wherever we are and to hold that light not just for ourselves but for all of humanity, to be in that vibration for all of humanity, knowing that not everybody can do this on their own. They need our vibration. They need higher frequencies, as we need these beings to broadcast these energies down to us too. Wow, this has been really amazing. It's 12:36 here in Canada, and it's sunrise there. We got somebody in Australia who says it's quite a remarkable sensation to be sitting outside in Melbourne, Australia, watching the sunrise from where they are, as the crop circle also has sunrise coming up on it. So it's really amazing. And again, I want to thank Melina so much for taking the time going on the long drive. I mean, this is the second or third time she's been down here to do this, and she did this for us and for all of you that are watching. And Elena and Lorraine, thank you so much, ladies, for taking the time to come out. How can people get in touch with you to know more about what you're doing with your interstellar communications?
Yeah, you can reach our contact through, if you look up Facebook at Interstellar Communications. And if you also, we have a YouTube channel, Interstellar Communications. If you want to send us an email and maybe send us a video, you might want to do some channeling with us, because we're open to this as well. That it's interstellarcommunications1@gmail.com. And we'll send us an email and we'll get back to you.
And I will put links. There will be links to their Facebook page, and their website in the description box below this video when it's posted up on the wall, as well as their email address, so you can reach them through the links below in the description box when this video gets posted as well. I can't say enough good about this whole experience. You ladies have taken the time to do this. I think we got all the questions. I'm really pleased that I hope if we missed your questions, I'm really sorry. Oh, pardon me. One more question just came in. Any reason the circles or sticks are shaped counterclockwise?
Yes, I know this. I know this.
Yeah.
Counterclockwise is the way we expand.
Yes.
We expand. So this is when the counterclockwise. Sorry, counterclockwise. It means like this. Yeah.
Yes, you're unwinding.
But this is not counterclockwise. It is the other way. This is the way like a clock goes.
Yeah, clockwise.
Clockwise.
So
This is the way I
they
went.
all go clockwise.
All
Okay, so whoever's
they go
watching it must be seeing it in reverse.
I told you I see here on the bottom it's clockwise. It's clockwise. So it's about expanding the love. This is what we are here to do, to expand love.
I love that. Wow, you're going to have some. I can see you're going to be there for a couple of hours, just blissing out. And please also give our respect and our love to Ruth for revealing this to us.
Oh, can you, if you have 2 minutes, I will. Ruth, I think she finished with her measurements.
Well, if Ruth, just so everybody knows, Ruth is a friend of ours, also from Germany, that actually discovered these crops, and she's doing EEG measurements on people that are meditating in the crop circle to see how that energy is different than the way that energy is normally in those people, because she's measured these people's brains before, and you're going to see if there's a difference in the brainwave activity there versus elsewhere. But I know Ruth said to me she might be really too busy to do this, and that's okay too.
I can ask her. I'm here with Ruth. I will just ask her for a second.
Yeah, Ruth is amazing.
Would you like?
Oh, you're welcome. I'm just saying thank you. A lot of people saying, everybody online is saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you all. Ruth is coming. Yeah. Okay. Hold on
Yeah.
a second.
How do you do this?
Hey, Ruth.
Hey. Hi, everybody. Can you
Thank
hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This was just so amazing. This time I was measuring two meditators who are really quite experienced. And so it was so interesting to watch how they were meditating um, within the like the vortex of this the corn circle, and it was amazing. The one fellow, he went into gamma like within the first minute or two, and stayed in it for the entire time. It was like 40 minutes straight, and I mean, he says usually that um, it's um, it's not that easy for him to stay in gamma for so long. So that was pretty cool. And his wife, his partner, she has a little bit different way of meditating, and she went into the really slow waves, like she was in delta and theta, so she was like real hypnagogic, and that was interesting too. And then she took her right side, the right side of her brain kind of went offline, so that was um, really cool. Yeah.
That is cool. Can you, for people that don't understand, what is gamma? What does that gamma state
Oh, the
represent?
gamma state. The gamma state is um, it's like a it's like a state in which you become kind of one with the universe. It's a very, very, very high frequency, and it's a state in which kind of everything comes together. Um, like there's um, a symbiosis. It's I mean it's like a state of ecstasy. I don't know if you had any shots of the fellow as he was meditating, but at the end he was just in total bliss. So it's like a bliss joy state, um, and it's a state in which you get just downloads. You can easily get downloads. It's a really beautiful state.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. So that's almost a quantum state where you're in
Oh,
complete unity
absolutely.
with all points of time and space.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
bliss. That is the
Yeah.
Buddhic state. I am one
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
everything.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, this was really fun to to do some measurements within the corn cries, and
Well,
I'm
I would
just
love.
pardon.
Go ahead, Ruth.
No, I'm so surprised there's so many people here. This is the third time I've been here at the corn cries. um, and I've always come at sunset and into the night, and this time, I mean, there's so many people. I thought we were gonna beat the crowd. Yeah. Oh,
Wow, I am so grateful. I cannot tell you just how happy I am that you have brought this to us. Thank you so much.
yeah.
I got one last I got one last request here.
Yeah.
Somebody is saying, can I ask for healing energy from Germany to my elderly mother? She misses Germany so much, but now all her old relatives are passing away, and she feels disconnected and lonely. So can we maybe just take a moment to reach out to
Sure.
this being energetically and just give
Yeah.
them our
Totally.
love and our light for a moment? Let's all just do that for a moment. And I think that's a really good place to end this. Thank you, everybody, once again, so much. And if you got any questions or concerns, leave them in the comment section. We'll get to them later. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. We're going to be doing events like this more often. And you're going to meet wonderful, beautiful people like we have here tonight, Ruth and Melina, Lorraine and Elena. and many others. So please, everybody, thank you so much for your time, your energy, your patience, your questions, your curiosity, and most importantly, for being here with all of us tonight. Much love, everybody.
Bye.
Bye for now. Bye.
Thanks.